G'day everyone and welcome back to NS2HD. This is an internal Unknown Worlds Build 161 playtest played on Tram, and I really like this game because it was kind of chilled out. And I've been doing a lot of hyperactive, dual perspective, 7v7 crazy games on Rockdown lately, so it was a really nice change to just have a quiet 4v4 on Tram where quite a lot of fun stuff happened, but it wasn't stressful or hectic, and it's going to be a lot easier for me to commentate, and it's only one perspective, and it's first person, there's no commander viewing. Oh, there's a little bit of commander viewing, and there's no dual perspective happening. So this is a chilled out commentary. Might appeal to some of you, might not appeal to others, but hey, there are so many commentaries building up on the channel. I'm hoping you can find one that fits your tastes. The great thing about doing a chilled out commentary is, well, first a little bit of background. This game is about 35 minutes long, 38 minutes long. And last time I tried to cast a 40 minute game, I looked at the waveform of my voice in Soundbooth, because every time I upload a commentary I check the waveform in Soundbooth to make sure nothing crazy's happened, because I don't have time to listen to the whole thing again before I upload it. So I just checked that nothing crazy's happened, and the thing I noticed about the last 40 minute commentary, which I think was NS2HD 81 and 82, was that my voice disintegrated over time. As I watched it over 40 minutes, the waveform got smaller and weaker, and that was my voice disintegrating. So this time I've got some water next to me. Interesting note about Build 161, back there when I was building the armory, you will have noticed my weapon holstering and unholstering and holstering and unholstering. That is the new feature that will appear in Build 161, which is that you put away your weapon while you're building, making you more vulnerable. Now, of course, the thing about these internal playtests is they are deliberately broken. Unknown Worlds goes out of their way to fix bugs, and in doing so they often deliberately break the game to test things. So in this game you might see things that are a little bit weird, such as the weapon going in and out as I build the armory, but that's normal in a playtest because they're trying to fix things. So keep that in mind as you watch. If you see something weird, the game is not broken. Catching chops off guard there, ha ha ha, and it's just what happens during playtests. There's Max, he was chewing on the power node there, so he's busily testing out this build as well. No doubt he just created it, and he just put it up for download just before we played this. So exciting! We've got a couple of Unknown Worlds developers in here. Otherwise, it's just me and a few playtesters. So I hope you enjoy this, guys, and we keep this relaxed and talk a bit generally. And here we go. I'm covering this Marine, my buddy, I'm not sure who it is, while he takes down the Harvester, because this is a very vulnerable area to be in. You can see I'm checking up in the roof space with my flashlight because there are so many entrances for the aliens in here. Very easy for Skulk to sneak in and kill Acid Rain, is my Marine buddy. Kill Acid Rain while he is cutting down the Harvester with his switch axe. So a little bit of teamwork there over the voice chat system. Now running into elevator transfer, which is right in the middle of Tram. This is the 5th tech point, so a very aggressive take by the Marine team with Monsieur Evil as the commander. I can't do a great French accent, so I'm not even going to try and properly pronounce Monsieur Evil name. Was that alright? I don't know, that was pretty bad. Sorry to any French speakers out there. And I've jumped into this command chair to use a bit of my spare plasma, sorry. It's naughty to jump into a second or third command chair and use carbon without the original commander's permission, because you're basically messing with his plans. So what I've done here is dump a sentry gun, which costs 20 plasma, because I had a bit of spare plasma, because I'd been in the game for a while. And so I used it to drop a sentry gun here to help defend this area. So that's always a good way to use your plasma. Instead of hoarding it until shotguns are available, just use it on getting, things that the team needs, maybe dropping a few med packs and ammo packs on a combat situation if you've got a spare moment when you're running past a command station. And of course not forgetting to angle it after it's been built. And when I was in the command station I realized there was a Skulk just wandering around in the base. I'm thinking, what? Skulk, get out of here, you can't stay in here. And it was Chops, so Acid Rain managed to kill him. Another thing to keep in mind, not only is this an internal playtest that is deliberately broken for testing purposes, it is also a game hosted in San Francisco, I believe, on the Unknown Worlds server. So my ping is pretty horrible. It's about 180, 200 a lot of the time. So, 220 at the moment. Terrible. So you'll see a bit of lag. That's not the game, it's my ping lag. Obviously, don't like to play on American servers if I can help it, because it gives a bit of lag into my commentaries, but sometimes you can't help it, such as when Unknown Worlds is doing a playtest. I think that's Acid Rain shooting up into the vent there. We had a bit of a problem. A Skulk was moving in and out of that vent, teasing us, so just a bit of fire to keep him down in there. My teammates have split up, and I'm asking Monsieur Evil what he wants me to do at the moment. I think I'm gonna just stay here and guard elevator transfer at the moment. And I'm really excited this game is on Tram, actually, because I have so many Rockdown replays on my channel, and I'm scared that some of you who are watching who don't have the game yet might think that that's like the only map, or that Rockdown's the biggest map as NS2 gets. Well, Tram is a pretty big map, but it's not the biggest map you will see. There will be much bigger maps coming out probably soonish, and of course leading towards release and late beta. And Tram is the example of a medium to big size map with 5 tech points. Some maps will in fact have 6 tech points upon release. So this is a relatively big map, and the thing about this, during this commentary, I won't even get to see all of Tram. My combat is mainly focused around Marine expansion and elevator transfer and Tram hub during this game, and a bit of Marine start as well. Oh, coming to the aid of Corey here. And Corey will probably get that kill. No, the sentry turret I placed earlier got that kill, so I'm pretty happy about that. And Supernorn goes down as well. Ha ha ha! Take that. Oh, Skulk's definitely attacking elevator transfer at the moment, taking down Max as he tries to climb towards the vent there. Now, as I was saying, yes, I won't even see most of Tram during this commentary, and that's really proof of just how big it is. I don't think I'll even see a hive at any point during this game. I was playing quite conservatively. And the point that I'm trying to get across there is Tram is really, really big to play on. A lot of people also say, hey, well, aren't NS2 maps a bit smaller than NS1 maps? Well, I'm not so sure about that. If you were to run from one end of a large NS1 map to the other end and time it, and then run from one end of a large NS2 map to the other end, you probably would find that the NS1 map was longer. But most of that is due to corridor length. And NS2 maps, they're based around a new philosophy, which is less corridors, more fighting spaces. So the actual total combat areas that are available in an NS2 map, such as NS2 Tram, are much, much greater than an NS1 map of maybe even 30% more size. So it's quite deceptive, and you've got to think about the actual philosophy behind the maps before you make direct comparisons to the size of NS1 maps. I mean, when you look down in Commander View here and have a look at the bottom left Commander minimap, the entire map is basically taken up by actual combat areas. There's no large corridors leading between blank space. This fade's going to cop it from 2 sentry guns there, so all those sentry guns are currently covering each other, but Max does take me down before he was taken down by the sentry gun behind me, so I'm quite happy about that. Got a bit of revenge with some of the sentry guns I placed. As I was saying, don't directly compare the absolute size of NS1 and NS2 maps, because that is deceptive. The NS2 maps are in fact very, very large, and the actual combat spaces are much, much larger in NS2 maps. So at the moment I'm just trying to help my team defend elevator transfer in the middle of the map, and also Tram Hub as we go through, because Tram Hub is the crucial junction that we are using to get from Marine Start to elevator transfer. And the other option for us was to just take Marine Expansion, and if I was Commander I probably would have done that because it's a lot easier to defend. There's a big travel distance between Marine Start and elevator transfer, and it's quite hard to hold it, and the idea is we're trying to get a command facility up at the moment. I'm just gonna take a quick drink because I feel my voice fading already. Anyway, yes, so I wouldn't recommend taking elevator transfer straight off if you have the choice between Marine Expansion and elevator transfer. Obviously, if the aliens take Marine Expansion really, really quickly, and they've blocked it off, killed the power node, maybe dropped a fast hive in there to just delay you, then by all means go for elevator transfer. But if you've got the choice, just take Marine Expansion. It's a safe option that will get you a command facility much faster. So that might come back to bite us later, the fact that we have to defend Tram Hub to get to elevator transfer, the alternate route being to go via operations, which is a much longer route. The room just short of operations, not sure of its name at the moment. Alert taking down our armory. I take down Chops and then try to put the pistol into Max, but I'm not able to kill him. Pistol is usually very effective against Lurk in these situations, but I think my aim was a little bit off combined with my ping, and Max takes me down with his Spore Gas, so he's just roosting up there in the crane apparatus up there, while we don't have an armory anymore and we're still spawning from a single infantry portal. Another good idea is put an infantry portal in your expansion. So at the moment, ideally, we'd like to have and an infantry portal in elevator transfer as well, unless all you want to do with that command station is get level 2 for your original command station and sell it, which is a perfectly good tactic and can actually give you a lot of room to maneuver. You get a lot of spare carbon from doing that. The disadvantage is you then have to build up again if you want to get to level 3 command station, otherwise known as a command center. So you can see here the weapon going in and out of holstered position as I build up this armory. That will of course be fixed for an actual release. It's just that Unknown Worlds has just implemented it and they're just testing out to see how it works. So that'll be very exciting. That'll add a lot more attention to building situations when you will not be able to simply duck away from the building and fire. You'll have to wait for your weapon to be drawn again. Oh, damn, how did I not kill that lurk? I don't know, that's just highly embarrassing. 50 rounds and I didn't manage to kill him. Oh well, disappointing. Jumping to the command station, probably going to spend a little bit of spare plasma if I've got any. But I've got 45 plasma, but for some reason I can't build a Mac. I'm not sure why. I've got 200 energy in that command station. It might be a bug or it might be a game mechanic I haven't quite worked out yet. So I was a bit surprised I couldn't build there. I had 47 plasma that I wanted to spend on more sentry guns in that room to help defend it. I don't have a shotgun yet. Shotguns are available. They have been available for quite a few minutes in this game, but I still don't have one. Have one probably wouldn't help me because my aim's so terrible. I do pay attention, by the way, when you guys send me messages telling me how I can improve my aim. I do pay attention. I'm just a slow learner, so you've just got to put up with that. Oh, another thing I wanted to mention as I chase down that drifter and assist the sentry gun in killing it is that, you know what, I'm going to tell you later because this is quite an interesting piece of combat that happens in here in Operations. Operations is a cool room. It's got a resource node in it and it overlooks elevator transfer, and there's a locked door to server room as well, which is further to the north of this area and has a resource node which is usually the first resource expansion for the alien team. So I've got my switch axe out. There's no aliens in here. It's only a 4v4, so not a lot of aliens coming at me, and I'm going to knife the whip and the crag and then assist my marine teammate in taking down this whip. Notice that the shotgun flamethrower reverse inclination bug is still there, but it is being worked on, and I'd be surprised if we didn't see some kind of fix in build 161. So don't fret, that's being worked on as we speak. And then I asked my teammate to cover me while I was switch axing this harvester, and he did so very nicely. Thank you very much, teammate. I'm sorry I can't see your name yet. Switching up to switch axe as well once it became apparent that no aliens were going to come save this, so we could take it down much faster with 2 switch axes working on it instead of 1. Getting plus 15 points, not plus 15 carbon. If you haven't seen NS2HD 83, I think it is, where I talk about how I was an idiot and keep making mistakes with carbon and plasma, then go and watch that now and you'll know what I meant by that comment. Looking through the operations windows, I saw that there was a bit of combat happening down in elevator transfer, so I immediately ran down there and found absolutely nothing. It was just a drifter that had been killed. But when I ran out into Tram Hub, oh, I found a gorge, and it's super Norn, just dropping hydras everywhere. And immediately the aliens are establishing a defensive position in here. The lights have gone out, the power node has gone down, and suddenly that crucial link between elevator transfer and marine start has been taken out, and the only alternate route is via what's it called? It's something like Overlook or something on the eastern side of the map before Operations. No doubt one of you will be able to tell me in the comments, or I will find out if I play a tram game before I play this game. It's hard to remember all the names of the game, all the names of the rooms. Now, what I was going to mention before, when I was in Operations, before I got distracted while this combat happens, is that the disadvantage right now for me is I'm not that great an NS2 player, but I can only show you either my view or any other view that I managed to record, for example, Tempests in dual perspective. And that's all good, except I really want to show you guys pro gameplay, like real hardcore gameplay. A lot of these NS2 beta testers are former NS1 pro gamers, and they're really, really good, and that's often why you see them killing me so much, and I'd really love to show you their perspective, but unfortunately I just can't do it at the moment because NS2 doesn't yet have a demo recorder. Now, Unknown Worlds has in the past said that it is a really high priority for them to, at some point, probably post-release, develop a demo recorder for NS2 so that you can record games and then record it from any perspective, like, say, Source TV or any of those, Source Recorder, sorry, and any of those other recorders, or the StarCraft 2 recorder, or Battlefield Battle recorder, all of those cool battle recorders that allowed you to record games and then view them from any perspective. That's ideally what I'll be doing in the end, and I've got some really cool ideas about how I'll have one constant stream of Commander View and then one constant stream of FPS or something. It'll be really exciting. I can't wait to actually do it, but that will have to wait for a long time. And until then, you'll have to put up with, say, my personal view or if I can get a hold of other perspectives from the same game, their own, or if people send me their own perspectives, their perspectives. The problem is, if you play, say, a 40-minute game like this, even once you compress it to high quality, it can be upwards of a gigabyte big, or, sorry, in the case of a 40-minute game, it'd be about 2 gigabytes. But, hey, beggars can't be choosy, so all you get right now is my perspectives and the occasional other perspective. The point I'm trying to make is, my gameplay is definitely not pro, and I'm only showing it to you because it is my only option, so don't think that I think I'm pro, or that this is as good as NS2 gameplay gets. It's definitely just your friendly commentator's version of gameplay. You can see from my aim there what I'm talking about. Could have taken max there if my aim had been perfect, but it wasn't, so I wasn't able to take either of them down. Luckily I was able to retreat to the armory, and I'll be able to heal up and rearm and prepare to head back out. The aliens have definitely cut us off from elevator transfer. I believe that they have taken the power node in the east southern room that I keep referring to, Oval Look or whatever it is, that I was talking about before. I think they've taken that area as well. So really we're cut off from our expansion now, and the aliens are probably going to work on it. I don't have commander views, so I can't show you the strategic overlook of what's actually going on. Waiting to spawn in here because we still only have 1 infantry portal. By this point in the game, if you are the commander, try to have 2 infantry portals up, because even in a 4-player game it can delay spawning a little bit if 2 people go down at once. And if you've got, say, a big 8v8 game happening, then having only 1 infantry portal is a recipe for a large spawning queue. That's lunch there. A large spawning queue which can frustrate your players and weaken your defenses because you just won't have enough marines on the ground. Aliens obviously don't have that problem because they have their eggs, which spawn constantly, and as you upgrade to Hive Mass and Hive Colony, you get more eggs to play with.
Working on the second
Chops and Max attacking us as Skulk and Fade, respectively, I believe. No, sorry, the other way round, and Chops is still running around in here. Now, oh, why am I not looking above me? Fades are incredibly maneuverable, and they can end up in the roof spaces very, very easily. I should have checked above me. I believe Chops was hiding in the roof space just then. This is a demonstration of just how effective shotguns are against Hydras. I was getting so sick of this Hydra blockade that was being built here that I just ran in there with a shotgun. Unfortunately, Super Norn was on me with his spit while I attacked and brought me down to very low health before I ran away from the Hydras. And they killed me. So Hydra's I think they're very, very well balanced at the moment. They're 10 plasma each, but well worth it because in a group they're very, very hard to bring down if another alien player is covering them. If you manage to find them in isolation, like I have now, I'm just attacking that one without anyone attacking me until the lurk arrived and started gassing that area and denying me. I tried to hide behind this wall because I thought maybe I can hide here, wait for the lurk to come past and start gassing marine spawn and then I'll kill him. But he found me, so I had to bail out. Oh, I was silly there. I started tapping on reverse, and of course reverse only gives you 40% move speed since, I believe, build 160, so I basically gave myself up to the marine team there. Do not ever reverse away from the aliens. They can chase you so fast because you move so slowly, so always strafe to get away. And I've been trying to learn that skill because I was always one to run away backwards, you know, a bit of a chicken, bit of a surrender monkey, so I'm trying to learn that skill. Anyway, back to what I was saying about those Hydras. If you find them in isolation, they're quite easy to kill, even in groups of 2 or 3. You will take a lot of damage, but you can bring them down, and it's worth it because they cost 30 plasma. And whatever weapon you're carrying, unless you're carrying a flamethrower, which is very, very expensive, it's worth it even if you die, if you manage to kill them all. And so they're quite well balanced, I think. They don't create static defenses that are impassable to the Marines. They just create static defenses that are hard to breach if the aliens are working with them. Kind of like in StarCraft, where static defenses on their own will never be able to hold off a determined opponent. It's the same with Hydras in NS2. You're never going to hold off the Marine team with them completely, but they can delay their progress and halt them if you are with them. Here's these Hydras again. Now, I ran around the back here because I thought I might be able to surprise the Gorge, Super Norn, who is building Hydras in front of our spawn. They gave me the opportunity to get behind those Hydras and kill them with no Gorge cover. That's what I was talking about before. I reloaded, got out my pistol, and then turned to face the Gorge. Super Norn is facing the wrong way, and I think I'll be able to kill him here, emptying an entire magazine and then going for another one. He's very confused at where this fire is coming from. Second magazine, I must have damaged him quite a bit now. Here we go, and there he goes down, plus 7 points for me. And the Lurk retreating as well, because he's like, oh my god, where did my Gorge go that was healing him? And I was able to kill him as well. Managed to shoot Max with the shotgun shell as he flew up into the roof space, probably to heal and retreat. So that was lucky, and that has left the Hydras vulnerable at Marine Start, except there is still a Lurk here, so that's gonna delay this a little bit. But over the microphone I was saying right now, guys, I think we should take this opportunity to kill the Hydras that are blocking us off outside our spawn. Now, as I kill these Hydras, this is the end of part 1. As usual, I'm dividing these games up, not because I know I can't put them all up at once, but because it's easier to commentate, render, and upload in 2 parts, 2 20-minute, 1 GB parts, than it is to do it in one massive part. So thanks a lot for watching, everyone. Look out for part 2. I will, at some point, put the link to part 2 in the bottom of this video once it's all uploaded and done. Thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I hope you've enjoyed this video.